Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract, Neighbourhood Disturbance, set in Whittleton Creek and supplied to us today by MJG928. So with no briefing, we'll move straight on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with a free map. And for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location, and we'll be bringing with us a silenced shotgun and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we have a bit of running around to do, as we require all 3 of the propane cylinders on the map. And as per tradition, we will start with the propane cylinder all the way up at the creek shed in order to grab it before it decides to self-detonate, and hopefully not in our faces just as we arrive. So we're going to run all the way straight down the main street past the JCB. There's a crowbar stuck in it, mate. That'll fix it, don't worry. We're going to head straight over to the creek shed and in through the rear window, and hopefully we will not hit the roof if the propane detonates itself, which thankfully it has not done. So we're going to take the first propane cylinder and we're going to take it all the way back to the park, pretty much back where we started. And in the park, having a picnic, we will encounter 2 targets, and they are located just over by the wooden bridge. Here they are. So we're gonna quickly just throw the propane cylinder down near their feet somewhere. That will do just nicely. And then we're gonna head off and get our second propane cylinder, and we can either go for the one in the house for sale or the one in the garden of the house with the boat outside. They're both pretty much the same distance away. I'm gonna go for the one for the garden with the boat outside the house, where there are 2 FBI/CIA/ICA agents, and we're gonna hop over the fence here and then hop over the fence into the garden, and just over by the barbecue we will find the propane cylinder, and we're going to take this one and we're going to put this into the house that's being renovated garden, which is full of Nolan Cassidy's men, if we can get over the fence here. So there is our target over by the planning table. So we're going to throw our propane cylinder just down by his feet there. That has bounced quite a long way, but it should still be within range. We're just going to wait for everybody to lose interest and go back to their usual routines, and then we're going to move into a better location, which will be the bushes just off to our right. So as everybody goes back to their natural routine, we can move over to the bushes closer to the house. We're just going to wait for the guard, who is the target's colleague, to move away after their conversation. There he goes, and then we can put 1 bullet into the propane, and that will be just enough to deal with our target. He was just within range. So we can now go and head off and get our 3rd and final propane cylinder, and this one is located in the house for sale in the kitchen, and this one thankfully also will be a target that deals with himself. So we're going to make our way up to the front of the house, grab the keys from the plant pot, let ourselves in, make our way through to the kitchen, ignoring the plumber along the way. If we ignore him, he will ignore us. So once we have the propane cylinder, we're going to make our way back to the house that's being renovated, and our next target is on patrol outside the front here. So we're just going to take our propane cylinder and we're going to throw it just down at the bottom of the stairs. That will do absolutely nicely. Our target will come along and investigate, but when he loses interest and goes back to his usual routine, part of that routine will be that as he heads up the stairs, he lights himself a cigarette, which will trigger the propane cylinder to detonate, and we are another target down. So our final target is located in Nolan Cassidy's property, and we're going to make our way to Mr. Batty's property and head over the fence and around to the rear where there is a gap in the Nolan Cassidy fence. So once we're over into the wilderness or the wildlife preserve, we can pull out our silent shotgun, make our way into Cassidy's garden, and we have just missed our target. So we're going to take the opportunity to take out the surveillance camera above the side of the property. There is our target just heading back into the house. So we're going to have to wait for him to go through his routine, which is not a particularly long one. And when he comes back out to the garden to patrol, we can then drop him with a shot from our silent shotgun. We can drop the shotgun now, we don't need that, and we can now make our way back over to the park utilizing the wilderness bushes here. We're going to hide ourselves in the bush by the park shed, and from here we should have a nice clear shot of the propane cylinder currently residing, having a nice relaxing picnic with our final two targets. So once we've detonated the final propane cylinder, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and if we're quick enough we can make it onto the bridge exit before anyone spots us. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of, and we just get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives to worry about, and we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.